So if you've done some research on Nashville homes and the neighborhoods, then you know Nashville is growing fast. Everywhere you look, you will find a new restaurant, a skyscraper, new companies, and new homes. So in this video, we'll look at 5 historic Nashville neighborhoods. This is for all of us who are attracted to buying a piece of history. You'll find it in these 5 neighborhoods, and it's coming up right now. So the Nashville Historic Zoning Commission, they've designated that select neighborhoods across the city are historically protected. This preserves the architectural character of the home, and it guards historic homes from demolition. Now, most people welcome the zoning regulations for historic homes, but if you intend to purchase a home that is zoned historic, be sure to do your homework before you purchase. So a buddy of mine is remodeling a historic building south of Nashville. Now he has to get historical zoning commission's permission to do anything. And sometimes you incur more costs due to this oversight, so it's something to be aware of. So here we go. If you want to connect to your historic site, then consider these 5 historic Nashville neighborhoods. The first area we're going to look at is Germantown. That's located just north of the downtown area, and most people like the cool vibe in Germantown. So Germantown gets its name from the German community that settled here in the mid-19th century. It became Nashville's first suburb. Victorian and Italianate style homes contribute to the reputation of having some of the city's most unique architectural designs. Just beyond Germantown is the North Nashville area where Fisk University is located. It's a historically black university founded in 1866. Making it the oldest institution of higher learning in all of Nashville. Now today in the Germantown neighborhood, housing is largely repurposed industrial buildings like the Worthen Mills lofts. And with delicious culinary foods close by, coffee and convenience, Germantown will be a Nashville favorite for years to come. Now as of January of 2022, the median price to purchase a home in Germantown is about $456,000. So number 2 would be downtown Nashville. If you look beyond the tourists that fill downtown Nashville on a nightly basis, you'll be surprised how many opportunities you have to live in a growing and thriving downtown community. Most, if not all, housing in the downtown is in the form of high-rise condos or repurposed industrial lofts. Now downtown also has a lot of history. Tennessee's oldest hotel, the Hermitage Hotel, located in the heart of downtown, was built in 1910, and it played a role in the fight for women's suffrage in 1920. So among the former 5 and dime stores that once dotted the 5th Avenue Historic District is a stunning restoration of the former Woolworth building, now called Woolworth on 5th. The dining establishment was famously the site of civil rights movement sit-ins during the segregation of lunch counters in the 1960s. The neighborhood is also home to the Country Music Ryman Auditorium, which was the original home of the Grand Ole Opry. Now the Grand Ole Opry is now located northeast of town off of Briley Parkway. But if you like country music, then a walk down Broadway Street on any night of the week will convince you you're in honky-tonk heaven. The live music is out of this world. So number 3 is East Nashville and Englewood. Now, Englewood is one of the few historically zoned neighborhoods in the city. It's actually east of the Cumberland River. Englewood is distinct from the other neighborhoods that we've mentioned in that it's not a prominent site of some historical event. Now, many buyers in East Nashville are restoring homes built in the 1940s in the styles of bungalows, Tudors, and colonial revival homes. East Nashville has grown with a surge of bars, restaurants, and retail, while Englewood has preserved its character well with mature trees and areas of green space. So many of the old homes in this area, they tend to have less square footage, but I'll tell you what, they make it up with the cool factor. The median price for a home in Englewood, East Nashville is about $475,000. Okay, so number 4 is Music Row. Once a sleepy residential neighborhood just south of downtown, Music Row became the epicenter of what's called the Nashville Sound in the 1950s. Fast forward to the 1990s, the industry had basically purchased every home on 16th and 17th Avenue, making that Music Row. Now, many of the restored Craftsman homes along Music Row have been converted into offices for smaller, independent publishing companies or a management firm. The first thing a visitor will notice when they walk into one of these offices is that the front desk is clearly situated in what used to be a living room. Now, when I moved to Nashville back in 1990, I had an office on 17th Avenue. I was fortunate enough to work for Garth Brooks as his road manager, and man, did we have a great time. Now, buying a home in the Music Row area is expensive, making the median price range about $900,000 and up. Number 5 is Meade. Now, since its development as a neighborhood in the early 1900s, there's never been a time when Meade was not regarded as the place to be. Now, Meade originally was a horse farm and contained Meade Mansion and all the acreage that is now Meade. The mansion is now a historic site for tours, events, and a winery. Meade was one of the top horse breeders of racehorses in the country in the late 1800s. Then the General Assembly for Tennessee shut down horse racing in 1906. And that was a real blow to the horse industry, and it affected everyone, especially Meade. Now in Meade, the houses are big, the lots are big, and the price will start at about $1 million and go up to $4 or $5 million. Well, thank you so much for watching the video. If you saw something you liked, I wish you'd hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next one. Please give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Have a great week.